Episode 3, leg day. Starting out with a little bit of cardio just to get the heart rate up, 5 to 10 minutes, low to moderate intensity. Honestly, I don't remember what I programmed for myself for my leg days. I think I'm doing a single leg press, a leg extension, a leg curl, a calf raise, maybe a gar hammer for an ab movement. Might do a hip flexor exercise. That might be it. Maybe sissy squats too. I think I did program sissy squats, just 2 sets maybe. Sissy squats are hard, very difficult. I've been really enjoying starting my leg workouts with a leg curl lately. I think I got this originally from Steve Hall, Revive Stronger. He said that in general, hamstrings are undertrained, and I agree with that, generally speaking. And I don't find leg curls to be that fatiguing, so I'd rather hit them when I'm very fresh. So I have a plate-loaded leg curl here, which I don't love as much as a machine leg curl that has like a weight stack and a cable, but this works fine. One thing you should be looking out for if you're doing any leg extensions or leg curls is to line up the pivot point with your knees. If I wasn't in line, I would adjust the back seat to either push myself farther forward or push myself farther back. All right, first working set. We're gonna throw 135 on. We warmed up with 45, maybe should have warmed up with 90, but had a little bit of audio difficulties. Got this new mic, the Rode mic, which it might sound really good, which is great, but man, is it difficult to work with. Very difficult. You buy it, it's like $300, and then they don't give you the cable, so if you want to record on your iPhone, that you have to buy a separate cable, which is way overpriced. An audio cable should be like $2, $3. It was like $18. Anyway, let's just get this done. Whew, nice. Okay, third set, I am going to take this one to failure and then do some partials. I'm not gonna lie, my hamstrings are already screaming. 3 sets, you know, I'm doing like 6 to 12-ish reps. I think the first set I did 13, but that's fine. I'm not worried about reps, I'm worried about RIR, taking my sets close to failure. One more. Oh, I know it didn't look like much, but oh my God, that sucked. Whew. Whew, okay. Now I'm doing leg press. Single leg. I'll do a warm-up set because quads and glutes need it. So for this one, I'm trying to get a bit more glutes out of this because I have a decent bit of quads with the leg extension, the sissy squats later. So I'm putting my foot position a little bit higher. If I was doing quads, I'd go here or even do like something like this if I felt it was stable enough, just so that my ankle is not a limiting factor in getting maximal knee flexion. But with this way, I'm able to get a whole lot of hip flexion, which I don't know if you'll be able to see from this angle, but you might be able to see that my thigh will be very close to my torso, and I'll get a big stretch on the glutes. Anyway, let's do it. That was tough. And the main reason I'm doing a single leg is just because I would need double the amount of weight. And that's a lot of plates. I don't feel like putting all those plates on. So, I don't know, I guess it's just like kind of laziness to a degree. This might end up being more work, but because I have to do each set like essentially twice. But putting all the weight on and taking it off, just not about that life. Also, my right leg is quite a bit stronger. My right leg's probably like 2 or 3 reps strong. Come on. Quick rest. I'll do the other side. Hey, buddy. Oh my God, his breath smells so bad. Oh. Leo made that set so much harder. He was like breathing right in my face. It smelled so bad. Okay, last set. Oh man. Right side I thought was like maybe 2 to 3 reps stronger. I think it's like 4 or 5 reps stronger. So it's a good idea that I'm doing these unilateral. I'm probably just gonna take my left side, very close to failure, and then match it on my right side. That's not like the strategy you have to do. It's just what I'm choosing to do. So I'm doing leg extensions next and then sissy squats. One thing that I do, still out of breath from that leg press, but one thing that I do for the leg extension, because it's plate loaded, the resistance profile really like drops off a lot as this arm goes out, you know, and it's this far out, there is a ton of resistance. Whereas like down here, there is very little resistance. So I'm going to show you what I do. But first I have to take these plates off. And then I also have to get a 45-pound plate to prop this up. So just bear with me a second. All right, so there's this little pin right here. I'm going to throw a 45-pound plate on that pin. And then this arm sits on it. Okay, just doing 2 sets of leg extensions. So the reason I have this 45-pound plate here and the reason this weighted arm is out is so that I have more resistance at the bottom. If this weighted arm or the moment arm was straight down, there's very little resistance, whereas here I do get resistance at the bottom, and it evens out the resistance profile a lot, rather than if the peak resistance was where my muscle was at its most shortened position, or my legs are extended just like this. 1, it would be worse for muscle growth, and 2, it would make me feel like my knees are going to explode. And I don't want to feel like my knees are going to explode. So this is a pretty cool little trick that I learned. Yeah. And this is more weight than I've ever done on a leg extension, plate loaded at least. Normally I do 3 plates. I did the 25 today. Let's see how it goes. I hope I don't tip forward. I might need another plate in the back. Should I do that preemptively? It might be okay. It did shake a little bit. Oh, nope, 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 nope. Did you see that? Okay, we'll put another plate on the back here. That's better. Oh, that's better. Oh man. Okay, first set, I think I got 11. I don't remember if I got 10 or 11, maybe 10. Anyway, this is second set. Is this too far? It's a little too far. It's kind of nice though. Yeah, we're gonna keep it like this. Yeah. Those are the sets that'll make you nauseous. Oh, it's not fun that we have sissy squats next. If you've never done sissy squats, they're probably one of the hardest, outside of like Nordic ham curls, they are probably one of the hardest leg exercises out there. Obviously, any exercise can be hard, depending on how you weight it, but sissy squats, just body weight. Nordic ham curls are still harder, but sissy squats are tough, very, very tough. Okay, with sissy squats, what we're doing is we're bending at the knee, driving them forward as much as possible, going up on our toes so that the ankle mobility is not a limiting factor. To maximize knee flexion, we want our hamstrings to touch the calves at the bottom, and we want to, maybe most importantly, limit the amount of hip flexion basically to 0. So from your knees to your shoulders, straight like a piece of uncooked spaghetti. The reason for that is there's a muscle called the rectus femoris, which attaches both at the hip and over the knee. So if we keep this straight rather than flexing it, we're able to lengthen the rectus femoris. Let's get into it. Okay, man, this is not gonna be fun. This is This is not going to be fun. Oh. 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 Oh, nope. Oh, 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 oh. Okay, only 2 sets of these, so we'll just get through it. Oh, ooh. The quads have such a disgusting pump right now that you can't actually see my like quad division, or like quad definition, I mean. It's like, it's just so pumped full of blood. I mean, it looks like my legs got stung by the biggest bee in the world. Okay, next we have calves, and I'm probably gonna superset this just for time's sake. I'm gonna superset each side of these with gar hammers for my abs. Because it is after work. I mean, my work never really ends. I'm always working. But Maddie's done with work, and I'd like to hang out with her. So I'm going to try to get this one going a little bit quicker. So, I'm going to warm up my calves a little bit. Just some body weight stuff. And then I'll grab the cable and do some reps on each side. I do these one side at a time. That way I can hold on with my arm for balance, like the non-working side, I mean. And then, I don't know what there's to say about it. The reason I'm going on this box rather than just doing it on the ground is because you can see here at the bottom, I'm able to get a fuller range of motion, whereas if I was on the ground, it would stop basically right here. So I'm able to get a really big stretch on the calves by elevating myself. And I could use, 2 or 3 plates, but I have this box, so I figure I might as well use it. It's a little bit easier to lug around than, bringing like 2 big bumper plates over here or something. And don't sleep on elevated single leg body weight calf raises. Like, most people don't have the strength to do like 15 body weight calf raises. Not like maybe if you're bouncing, a lot of people do this bouncing stuff. Too many people do their calf raises and it looks like this. Stop it. Stop doing that. Take it slow. Get a nice stretch here at the bottom, hold it, explode up. Down, hold it, up. You go at that tempo, I guarantee you will get better calf gains. Guarantee. that's tough. Yeah, that's tough. Oh, ooh, wow. Okay, for time-saving purposes, I am supersetting that with gar hammers, which is an abdominal exercise. Now keep in mind, doing abs, direct ab work, doesn't shrink your waist, doesn't give you a snatched waist. That's a term that's being thrown around a lot lately. What it does is it hypertrophies or it grows the ab muscle. But if you want to see your abs, you can do two things. You can grow them, which is going to take a really, really long time if you have excess body fat to actually see them, or you can lose body fat. Really, if I'm talking about pure visibility, you just got to be lean enough to see them. Growing them with direct ab work is going to take a very long time, but if you want an example of what that looks like, go look at the men and women of CrossFit. They have insanely developed abs because they're doing so many swinging motions. Just kind of like ab crunch motions. Okay, but gar hammer, I like these more than like a hanging leg or knee raise, just because you don't have to worry about grip strength from holding on. So just like this. Back to calves. Okay, I'm calling it there for calves. And then again, gar hammer. One way to progress these is start with a flat or very low incline. So my bench could go to 0 degrees, and then 15 degrees, 30 degrees, etc. Right now I'm on a 30-degree incline. Before I was doing this, I was doing a 15-degree incline. But even just like a reverse crunch on the ground where you really work on rotating the hips up and off the ground could be a great way to regress this movement. And then, to progressively overload it, just increase either reps or the incline of the bench over time. But every single incline of the bench, even a small incline, makes it significantly more difficult. So just increase reps, and then once you get, maybe 15, 20 reps, then try increasing the angle. Okay. Jeez, it's funny when you get an ab pump, like you can feel it. It's crazy. So the last exercise of the day isn't that exciting of an exercise, but I think it's one that more people probably should be doing, and not many people are. I think it'll come around maybe in the next few years. Maybe it won't take that long, I don't know. But anyways, you take these ankle cuffs, throw them around your ankles. You could do one side at a time. Obviously, I am going to do one side at a time. I'm going to do one side at a time. But anyway, you could set this up on a bench, put the flat bench right here, have your legs sticking off of it, especially if you're at a public gym where you don't want to lay down on the ground. I'm in my home gym, so I don't really mind that much, but I am going to do a warm-up set. But basically what you do is, it's for your hip flexors, so right here, Attach this, scooch back a little so you have some resistance even when your leg is fully extended. Keep this leg bent with your foot planted just for extra stabilization, and then pull the knee in and toward you, just like this. And that's it. It's a great way to train your hip flexors. If you don't have a cable, you could put your foot, you could stand up and put your foot through a kettlebell and just lift your foot straight up with that on it. That would be a good way to work it. But I've been really liking the cable hip flexor. It just feels very stable. I'm just gonna do like 5 to 10 reps each side. Just get them a little bit warmed up before moving into my working weight. I'm doing 2 sets per side. I used a 7 on this, which I count as 70, but this isn't actually 70 pounds. I have no idea how many pounds it is. I'm not really worried about that. I'll just write 70 for ease of tracking. I stopped for a second there in the middle of that set because it was really digging into the bone of the top of my foot, and that hasn't happened before, so I was looking if I could readjust it. Ended up being kind of fine. All right, that's a wrap on leg day. Nice. Good. Abs are still holding strong. About 2-3 weeks into bulking at this point, maybe 4. But yeah, abs are still looking good. Okay, that's a wrap.